All right, thanks for staying with us here on the Marketplace. Time to talk show business. Joining me in studio, my colleague Isaac Atase-Nyako. Happy to have you in the studio. So we want to talk, we talked during the week about the foreign income tax and the impact on the tech industry. Today we want to shift focus and talk about its impact on the showbiz industry and content creators for that matter. Tell us about what you've been finding out from your research.
Sure. So, Daryl, like we spoke about, last Wednesday, this is likely to have an impact or likely to affect, some content creators, or should I say artists, in the show business industry. Because now, if you look at a lot of the things they do, a lot of them stay here, work with platforms. Now, the thing with some of the platforms they work with, or they generate money from, YouTube, when you talk about all the streaming platforms. Now, a lot of these do not pay into account here in Ghana. So a lot of these artists or creators deal with third-party companies who are based outside of Ghana. So it's likely that, some of these people will be affected per what the Ghana Revenue Authority says. Now, let's look at this right here. If we look at examples of the income, that can be taxed or will be taxed, gains and profits from any employment, including any allowances, benefit in cash, pay given in kind, or on behalf of an employee. Now, gains and profit from trade, business, profession, realization of assets, gifts, now here, royalties, premiums, and other profits arising. So if you look at what they do and the platforms they leverage on Daryl, it's likely that this tax could apply to them and could affect their incomes. Now,
right.
What it is that for the platforms, now because these are being managed by third parties, it's only a percentage that comes to some of these content creators. So indeed, it could affect their income at the end of the day.
Wow. Okay. So I want us to shift focus and talk about the X platform, because they are introducing an app, a TV app, they say. Oh, you wanted to say something before that?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes,
sorry.
Definitely. So if you look at this chart,
I jumped the gun.
Exactly, Daryl. If you look at this chart now, this is sourced from PwC, and it's projecting that this is how the tax would apply to the income. So the first, almost 6,000 cedis will not be taxed, but subsequently, next 1,003 will be taxed by 5%, 10%, 17.5%, all the way to 35%. But that would apply to income or revenue exceeding 600,000 and above, Ghana cedis for that matter.
Okay, we can move on?
Sure, we can.
All right, let's talk about the X TV app that is going to be launched very soon by the managers of the platform. They really want to use this as a tool for free speech, they say. Talk to us about what you're learning about it.
Well, this follows a tweet by the current boss of X, saying that they are trying to create a video app that is likely to rival YouTube. And so this will offer, again, content creators the platform to put on their wares. What we do not know is that it was just a tweet, so there are scanty details about how the platform is going to work. But what we do not know for now is that if that platform is going to pay like X does for putting up content on that platform, and if it's going to be easily accessible to content creators here in Africa or Ghana, for instance. But for now, this is what they are planning to do. The owner of X right now is a very, vibrant person and a little crazy, quote unquote. And so he wants to step out of the way to do things that X, or formerly Twitter, was not known for. So if you see some of the changes he's brought onto the platform, all of this is trying to create some vibrancy around the app, and also, try to give back to the people who use these apps. So we don't know when it will be launched, but we're looking at sometime middle of the year to latter part of the year. But we're expecting their video platform to come live very soon to offer content creators an avenue to share their wares.
What kind of competition does this bring to the space?
Maybe it's early days yet. Let's see when the app is launched so we know. But otherwise, we know that for the kind of person Elon Musk is and his strategies, we know he's going to employ some kind of guerrilla tactics in there to push it out on people to make sure it flies. You know what Meta tried to do with Threads as against Twitter? I'm not sure how it's going now, but Twitter is still Twitter, or let me say X is still X. For that matter. And so yes, it will pose some kind of competition to YouTube. By looking at the numbers that YouTube have currently, then again, what you should know is that YouTube leverages on Google's platform. So Android users, all of these people who sign using Gmail have automatic access to YouTube. And so that gives YouTube the leverage. Now, X is only going to be based or start from users of X. That's not much compared to that of YouTube for now. So it will take time for it to grow, but you sure or trust Elon to put in
30 seconds, and because of what we are discussing, how does this help artists, like for instance here in Ghana, if there's this TV app on X? Clearly,
I mean, it offers them a lot more avenue to put out their words, to spread their words. Now, we started with a few, music streaming platforms, but now there are quite a lot. Even here in Africa, a lot of people are trying to create, music platforms, streaming platforms that pay. And so for them, it's just another avenue to be able to cash in if they're able to tap in. But what they'll have to do is that they'll have to sign in early. And because a lot of the time when this platform comes, people go in there, sign in, for instance, a brand name like Sarkodie. I can go in, sign in Sarkodie. So when you want it, you have to come to me and pay before I release that account to you. So they just have to take advantage of it. And that's it. It's going to take time for it to grow, but I believe we will get there.
All right, and that's all the time we have for the marketplace. Everyone, thanks for watching. There is more news on our website, myjoyonline.com.